The story begins in the silence of Eastern Europe. The nation of Latveria sits under a blanket of grey snow, a country that the rest of the world has learned to fear and leave alone. The silence here is heavy, it is enforced, but today, that silence is murdered. High above the atmosphere, the sky tears open. A sonic boom ripples across the mountains, shattering windows in the village below, as a streak of red descends like a judgment from the heavens. This isn't a ship, it is a man. Grand Regent Thragg slams into the courtyard of Castle Doom. He doesn't decelerate, he doesn't look for a landing pad, he simply crashes into the ancient stone, creating a crater of debris and ice. As the dust settles in the third panel, we see him standing there, his arms are crossed, his chin is raised. This is the posture of a man who has conquered thousands of planets. To him, Earth is just another rock, and this castle is just a temporary obstacle. He looks up at the balcony not with caution but with boredom. He is waiting for the local warlord to come out and surrender, but the man on the balcony does not surrender. Dr. Doom descends, he does not use the stairs, he levitates, drifting down from the high stone architecture with his arms folded beneath his green cloak. The air around him hums with energy, a terrifying mixture of high-yield particle physics and ancient dark magic. He lands opposite Thragg. The courtyard is silent again save for the crackle of energy. Thragg sneers. He points a gloved finger at the armored mask, a gesture of supreme disrespect in Viltrumite culture. He tells Doom that this domain is now property of the Empire. He demands submission, but Doom simply stares. The metal mask betrays no emotion, but the eyes narrow, glowing with a sinister light. He whispers, his voice amplified by the armor so it echoes off the castle walls. You speak as if you were Doom himself. In Doom's mind, there is no greater sin than arrogance from a lesser being, and to Doom, everyone is a lesser being. Thragg has heard enough. He is a biological weapon bred for violence. He vanishes, a red blur moving faster than the human eye can track. He intends to end this instantly, aiming a punch that would shatter a mountain range directly at Doom's face. Krakoom! The impact creates a shockwave that strips the snow from the ground for 100 yards, but the fist stops. A translucent, geometric green barrier shimmers into existence inches from Doom's mask. Doom slides backward, his heels carving grooves into the stone, but he does not fall. Thragg pulls back, genuine surprise on his face. He looks at his fist, then at the man in the iron mask. He expected gore, he expected metal to crumple like paper. Instead, he hit an immovable object. For the first time, the Grand Regent realizes this is not a normal human. Thragg decides to stop holding back. He unleashes a flurry of blows, hundreds of punches thrown in the span of a second. The air ignites from the friction, but Doom is ready. His magical shields flare and rotate, blocking and parrying the assault with mathematical precision. Inside the helmet, we see Doom's perspective. He isn't panic fighting, he is analyzing. A digital HUD overlays Thragg's biology, flashing red warnings, threat level extreme, density uncalculable. Doom realizes instantly that in a contest of pure physical strength he will lose. His armor is durable, but this alien is strong enough to crack the planet. Doom fires a repulsor blast, a green beam of concentrated plasma. Thragg doesn't even dodge, he slaps the energy beam away with the back of his hand, sneering. Pitiful, he says. He thinks he has exposed Doom's weakness. He thinks this is just a man in a toy suit. Thragg lunges for the kill, his hands reaching for Doom's throat to rip the armor apart, but his fingers close on empty air. A flash of green light and Doom is gone. Thragg spins around enraged. He looks up to see Doom standing on the highest spire of the castle, silhouetted against the grey sky. But Doom isn't running away, he is changing the battlefield. He raises his hands and the air around him begins to bleed red. Strange, impossible symbols burn into the atmosphere. Thragg pauses, he understands physics, he understands atoms, he does not understand this. Suddenly the ground beneath Thragg erupts. The crimson bands of Cyttorak, mystical tendrils summoned from a hell dimension, shoot upward. They coil around Thragg's limbs, tightening like boa constrictors made of ruby light. Thragg struggles, he flexes muscles that can withstand the pressure of a black hole's accretion disk, but these bands aren't physical matter, they are magic. Thragg screams, what is this? This is not technology. He is confused, and confusion makes him furious. Doom looks down from his perch, cold and clinical. Sorcery, alien, he intones, a science beyond your brutish comprehension. But Doom has underestimated the sheer raw will of the Grand Regent. In a splash panel that defies logic, Thragg screams, a primal roar of rage. His eyes glow red. He pulls against the magical bonds, his muscles bulging to impossible proportions. With a sound like shattering glass, the bands of Cyttorak break. Thragg shatters a spell cast by a Sorcerer Supreme through nothing but physical strength and hatred. The magical energy explodes outward in shards of red light. High above, even Dr. Doom tilts his head. A spark of genuine surprise reflects on his mask. Intriguing, he thinks. He shattered the binding through sheer will. He is more dangerous than anticipated. Thragg is free and he is done playing games. He launches himself into the sky like a rocket. He breaks the sound barrier instantly, closing the distance to the spire in a microsecond. Doom fires repulsor blasts, zigzagging in the air, but Thragg is too fast. He dodges the beams with fluid, terrifying grace. Thragg connects, he punches Doom's crossed gauntlet, sending the monarch flying backward through the clouds. Metal crumples, sparks fly. Doom tumbles through the air, regaining stability miles above the castle. Thragg is right behind him, a predator chasing wounded prey. Too slow, Thragg screams, but getting hit was part of the plan. Doom stabilizes in the high atmosphere where the sky is dark blue. As Thragg rushes in for the finishing blow, the chest plate of Doom's armor slides open. Thragg expects another laser. He braces his chest for impact, but it isn't a laser. It is a purple light pulsing with a sickening rhythm. It hits Thragg, but it doesn't push him back. It sticks to him like a web. Thragg stops mid-air. He clutches his chest. He coughs, and for the first time in millennia, he feels heavy. The purple energy arcs over his red suit, crackling. My strength, he gasps. What have you done? Doom hovers closer, his hand extended, maintaining the beam. He explains it with the cold detachment of a scientist dissecting a frog. He has analyzed Thragg's cells. He knows that Viltrumites are essentially solar batteries. They process smart atoms through solar radiation, and Doom has built a siphon. You are a battery, Doom says, and I am draining you dry. Thragg tries to fight. He tries to fly forward, to punch the metal man out of the sky, but he is moving in slow motion. His skin is pale, his eyes have lost their glow. He swings a fist, but Doom simply leans to the side, letting the weak attack drift harmlessly by. The Grand Regent is breathless, floating like a rag doll. I am Grand Regent, he whispers, but the words have no power. Doom closes his fist. The siphon shuts off, but Thragg is already spent. Doom's eyes glow bright green. He raises his hand, gathering every ounce of magical energy and the stolen solar power into a single point. You are nothing, Doom declares, and Doom is all. ZZZ, come! A massive beam of emerald energy engulfs Thragg. It is absolute devastation. The Grand Regent falls from the sky, a smoking, unconscious ruin, trading black smoke as he plummets thousands of feet down toward the mountains. We cut to the ground. A massive crater smokes in the snow. Lying in the center is Thragg. His suit is torn, his face is bruised. He is unconscious, defeated not by someone stronger but by someone smarter. Doom lands on the edge of the crater. His cape billows in the freezing wind. He looks down at the fallen alien conqueror. He offers the final lesson of the battle, though Thragg is too deep in the darkness to hear it. Brute force will never conquer intellect. Remember that if you wake. Doom looks up at the camera, at us. The mask is terrifying. Latveria is secure. The battle is over. The cleanup begins. 3 massive Doombots, hulking silver machines, stomp through the snow. They wrap magnetic chains around the unconscious Thragg, dragging him away. Doom does not help them. He is already flying back toward his castle. He commands them to take the alien to the laboratories. He wishes to study Viltrumite anatomy to improve his own defenses. The final panel shows the sun setting over Latveria, casting long shadows over the castle. Victor von Doom stands on his balcony, arms crossed, watching his kingdom. He has stared down the strongest being in the galaxy and didn't even break a sweat. The caption box reads, "The only truth that matters in this land. There is only one rule in this world, Doom." Please be sure to like, share and subscribe for more. Thank you.